Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has begun her Padyatra. This is a protest of which the Chief Minister of the state is a part of. This is a march by Mamata Banerjee to demand the hanging of the accused. The Trinamool Congress leaders have said will not allow the BJP left conspiracy. Remember, Mamata Banerjee has been maintaining that the vandalism and arson that took place was Ram and Bam. She's referring to the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Communist parties, that it's their conspiracy, their goons that were a part of all that chaos. TMC is demanding a death penalty now for the rapists as well. This is at a time, remember, when the Central Bureau of Investigation has taken over from the Kolkata police and are now heading for further investigation, amid which there was massive damage that's been recorded. India Today's Indrajit Kundu and Anupam Mishra are on the ground. Indrajit, over to you now. Mamata Banerjee is a part of a protest, and why?
Well, Pooja, we are here on the streets of Kolkata, and Mamata Banerjee is doing what she does best. You know, she's the Chief Minister, but here we can see Mamata Banerjee donning the hat of the opposition leader. She's out on the streets today, leading this massive protest. What is interesting is, you see, she's flanked by all the women leaders. I can see June Malia, newly, Mahua Moitra, TMC MP, Shayani Ghosh, TMC MP, Women and Child Development Minister Shashi Paja, there, Rachana Banerjee, the new MP. So all the MPs and MLAs, all the newly elected women MPs and MLAs are, flanking Mamata Banerjee on both sides, and she's taking the message across through her Padayatra. The slogan that is being raised, that this is a huge conspiracy by Ram, Vam and Sham, where she says there's a concerted conspiracy by the left, the BJP and the Congress, hitting out at the entire opposition. Mamata Banerjee playing it with a straight bat, but many would ask, is she on the back foot right now? And is she trying to dodge that? Because questions, of course, being asked of the state government just a short while back. It was the Kolkata Police Commissioner who held a press conference. The Police Commissioner had himself blamed the media for the vandalism, and he had said that it was because of the media's provocation that the vandalism took place at Arjigal Hospital. But look at the body language. Look at the body language of Chief Minister and all her female colleagues. There were questions asked as to why a lot of them rose up pretty late. But look right now, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, live and exclusive on India Today right now. Mahua Moitra, Shashi Panja, all these Trinamool, Shatabdi Roy, Rachana Banerjee, all these Trinamool Congress newly elected MPs and MLAs out on the street.
All right, Indrajit is trying to get us a reaction from Mamata Banerjee. You can see surrounded by women. Very interestingly, all the women leaders of TMC have come out. Anupam Mishra is also on the location. Anupam, you tell us, what is happening? How many people have gathered in support with Mamata Banerjee? What are their demands?
Exactly, it's a massive rally by Mamata Banerjee, and let me show you, it's already on the verge of culmination. We are at Dorina crossing. This is the culmination point where Mamata Banerjee is just reaching at the spot, and it's a massive rally. A lot of women have participated in the rally, and a lot of women leaders of TMC are walking with Mamata Banerjee. So it's a kind of statement which Mamata Banerjee wants to give to everyone, that we also want death by hanging. We are not in support of what has happened, because a backlash has started over the incident against Trinamool Congress, and this is one of the biggest kind of dent with in Trinamool Congress, because we have not seen a kind of outrage against TMC for any kind of incident. And last time we have seen that Sandesh Khali was the incident when a lot of outrage poured in. But in this incident, we have seen the urban class. The urban class is coming spontaneously to the roads and protesting against the incident. So the Trinamool Congress, the strength of Trinamool Congress has always been the urban voter. And when urban people, urban class comes out to the street and demands justice, this is a kind of a statement which goes against Mamata Banerjee. And that is why Mamata Banerjee has hit the street and she is walking towards Dorina crossing. It's on the verge of culmination. And Mamata Banerjee will also speak here. She will also speak here. And yesterday we have seen that she has blamed Left Front and BJP for the attack on RGKar Hospital. So she is directly blaming Left and BJP for the attack on RGKar Hospital, whereas BJP is also hitting streets.
Okay.
Earlier we have seen that BJP wanted to do a dharna at Shyambajar 5-point crossing, but they have been denied permission by Kolkata police. Now BJP will also start to rally towards Mamata Banerjee's residence. So it's a kind of vice versa political showdown between BJP and TMC today. Pooja.
All right, Anupam, keep tracking all the latest on that. I want to go back to Indrajit Kundu. Remember, this is the Chief Minister of Bengal who's currently leading a protest. But Indrajit, that begs a question. One, she's not a part of any protest. This is a new, fresh protest that has been led by TMC leaders, specifically Bengal Chief Minister. But I also feel it comes a little late, isn't it? Many of these leaders were quiet all these days. Then they started to give out a statement. Then they're now leading an agitation. Mamata Banerjee should be supervising the investigation, but she's on the streets. Why, Indrajit?
Yes, Pooja, she's out on the streets, as I said. She's doing what she does the best, playing the role of the opposition leader most often. Therefore, a lot of people, political observers here in Bengal say that who is actually the opposition? Because Mamata Banerjee, being an astute politician, she's often out on the streets playing the role of the opposition, in a sense co-opting the role of the opposition while she's on the chair at the administration as the Chief Minister of the state. Many questions right now, but as I would show you, generally when such a rally takes place, she comes here and she speaks. But now she's not speaking. All her female MPs and MLAs, as I said, Mahua Moitru, the high-profile ones, Shatabdi Roy, the West Bengal Women and Child Development Minister Shashi Panja, Sayantika, flanked by actors turned politicians, Sayantika, who's become an MLA, Shatabdi Roy raising a very fervent speech right now, raising the slogans next to Mamata Banerjee.
Indrajit, what are they saying? Is it the Ram and Bam slogan again by the leaders? What are these women netas shouting in the slogans? Tell us.
Mamata Banerjee, of course, telling Arup Biswas, one of her cabinet colleagues right now, the slogan they're raising is Bichar Chai, which is we want justice and we want death penalty for the rapists. Fashi Chai, Bichar Chai is what they're saying. And if you see behind Mamata Banerjee, there's a huge poster, and I ask my camera person to show Ram Bam Sham Chakranto Bando ho. Ram Bam Sham. So what they're saying is this is a concerted effort by all the opposition parties. Ram Bam and Sham, by which they mean the BJP, the left and the Congress all have come together. Because remember, it was Rahul Gandhi who has criticized the role of the West Bengal police. He has also spoken out. Mamata Banerjee hasn't taken it well, and at this point in time, with her back against the wall over this case, and there is massive public outrage in Kolkata, elsewhere across West Bengal. She's trying to, be on the offensive. Clearly, this is her strategy. This is the best strategy that Mamata Banerjee generally takes. Whenever she's, whenever she's cornered, she goes on the offensive politically, and this is a clear political pitch. At a time when there is a massive pouring of outrage over this entire incident, when the role of the Kolkata police has come under the scanner, when the role of the administration has come under the scanner, Mamata Banerjee, knowing all this very well, she's out on the street trying to sway public opinion. This is a gamble. She has won using such a gamble all the time. Will she this time? Because 2 days back, what we saw, Pooja, I was there on the streets of Kolkata at midnight. There was mass, outpouring of rage, anger amongst women. They came from all walks of life. There was no political banner. They didn't come with political, banners. And it was general public, and the anger was palpable and genuine. That is a cause of worry for the Trinamool Congress administration here, because they don't want that sense to prevail. They don't want the sense to go that the Mamata Banerjee administration is soft on crime against women, or the fact that there is differences within the Trinamool Congress. Leaders like Shantanu Sen, MPs like Shukendra Sekhar Roy, they have spoken out. So this is also damaging the prospects of the party. And in that sense, Mamata Banerjee, being the supreme leader of the party and also the leader of the administration, she is out here trying to send a message to her own constituency. And I'll tell you, there are a lot of women who are raising their voice. Chattoki, just show this visuals once again. The majority of people who have taken part in this rally today, led by Mamata Banerjee, are
Indrajit,
women.
stay
So there
on
are
with me.
women
That's
leaders
a
at the
massive
forefront.
gathering of supporters that have come in with Mamata Banerjee to raise slogans demanding death penalty, saying we want justice. All the senior leaders, remember, many of them also faced an outrage about why were they not speaking right when the incident had taken place. Why did it take time for the TMC leaders to start speaking up? But now they have come out on the street. Mamata Banerjee, you can see, is not raising slogans, but she's clearly supervising. She's telling all her leaders what to say. And this, remember, is the Chief Minister of the state currently out on the streets demanding death penalty here with her women netas. We have more news coming in. It's a big news with regard to the principal of the RJ Kar Hospital. Let's take a look at that big news coming in. The former principal of RJ Kar Hospital, who has, remember, is being questioned by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and the reason is because there were a lot of questions raised on the authorities itself, that how can such an incident happen? Were all protocols being followed within the hospital itself? But importantly, that Dr. Sandeep Ghosh appeared to have blamed the victim after rape and murder. There was a suicide theory that appeared to also be floating, and the reference that she was there alone late at night. This had led to a lot of outrage. Now, many were asking that he should also be held accountable. He was transferred to another hospital within hours, and that led to more outrage. The CBI is now questioning him. Indrajit Kundu is joining me on that as well. Indrajit, so it was not just about the incident. The principal also had been caught in that fire. What is the latest on this? Why does the CBI believe he also needs to be at least questioned?
Well, there is such an outrage as far as the principal's role is concerned. There have been a lot of students who have been protesting against the principal. They have expressed their anger against the principal, saying that it was his misrule. There are questions being raised by those who are close to the family of the victim, saying that the parents, when they were called initially after that incident, they were made to wait for 3 hours. Initially, apparently, they were told that the daughter had committed suicide. So these are discrepancies that have come to light right now, and therefore the erstwhile principal of the RJ Kar Medical College Hospital, he has of course been reinstated at a different medical college hospital right now, but he is in the eye of the storm, and he has also moved the High Court, mind you, Pooja. He has moved the High Court today seeking protection. He said he is willing to cooperate with the CBI in the investigation, but given the tussle between the state government and the central government, he fears for his life, and therefore he should be given protection. And therefore, he is very much in the ambit of the investigation. It is a very prestigious government medical college hospital, and the incident took place there. It's a heinous crime. It's an unfathomable, incomprehensible act that has taken place in the heart of the Kolkata, for which the city is stunned. And therefore, no doubt about it, this is most obvious. The principal will be in the ambit of the investigation. He will be in the scanner, and that is exactly what is going to happen right now.
On the ground, Indrajit, what do you see around you? Are there the women cadre, the women leaders of the Trinamool Congress that have gathered, the kind of sloganeering that is being done? Tell us more about that, because the whole Ram and Bam, which are referred to a BJP-left conspiracy, led to a full-blown showdown as well, because the parties were asking, why blame us, why allege conspiracy against us when you are the ruling party?
Well, that's right. As I said, Mamata Banerjee is doing what she does best. She wants to play on the offensive. And now she has got a political ball. Because the case, she had said that she would wait for a few days till this Sunday. And if the Kolkata police can't crack the case, she would hand it over to the CBI. But, the courts, the Calcutta High Court, taking cognizance by itself, has transferred the case to the CBI. So that has given ammunition to Mamata Banerjee, that has given a reprieve to Mamata Banerjee in a sense, who has been facing the political heat. Because now she can put forward this political message that the ball lies in the court of the Central Bureau of Investigation. And she had earlier only stated that the CBI doesn't have a good track record of investigation. She had cited old cases like the Tapushi Malik rape and murder case during her Shingur agitation days, which still remains unsolved. So she said that, the CBI, she's mounting pressure on the central government and the CBI. At a time when the opposition, BJP, the left, they're all mounting pressure on Mamata Banerjee, she's trying to deflect that some sort of a pressure by pressurizing the CBI and the central government now, saying that we want the rapists should be hanged, so that the message goes that she is, sternly against crime against women. And her leaders are not saying, her supporters are not saying that we need justice. We are raising slogans in favor of the family, the victim's family. We want justice for them. And it is for the CBI to deliver the justice. It is for the central agency to deliver the justice.
Interesting, loud sloganeering by the Trinamool Congress leaders, while Mamata Banerjee isn't, of course, leading the protest, but she's silent. She's not saying anything. It is sort of a silent protest from Mamata Banerjee, but she's clearly supervising, like Mamata Didi is known to be doing. Stay on with me, Indrajit. More news coming in about the investigation on that. Let's take a look at that. Kolkata Commissioner speaking on the rape and murder investigation and the vandalism that took place. The top cop says, I quote him here, "We are also probing if the vandals are linked to political parties. We are also cooperating with the CBI," but also adding here, remember, because there were theories and as Mamata Banerjee appeared to be blaming opposition parties for the vandalism and arson, while many were saying if they are ruling party goons who wanted to damage and destroy all evidence. The top cop has, apart from this, also said the whole recovery of a certain amount of semen is not true. The top cop has refuted any of the mentions that have come in, saying that the recovery of so-and-so amount of semen is not true while we are investigating the case. Let's listen in first to the reactions that have come in from the police commissioner.
They can also investigate if there have been anything on our part, which we have deliberately done to destroy evidence. We are liable, legally liable. Absolutely. Why this impression is being created that UD case necessarily means it is a case of suicide? It is not true. Please. The entire population is being made to understand that UD case means suicide. We wanted to make it a case of suicide. It is not true. You must consult legal experts. You must consult people not just in Bengal, not just in Calcutta police, but anywhere in the country. Go through the section of the law. Please don't spread rumors. It is creating issues in the society. People are having lack of trust. This ultimate loser is the society, the Calcutta police. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. I have been telling from day one that we have nothing to hide.
We have nothing to hide, says the Kolkata Police Commissioner, also saying that we are coordinating and cooperating with the CBI, which has now taken over the case files. Indrajit continues to be on the ground. So, Indrajit, there are multiple layers of investigation now. We have the visuals on our screen. And if a Kolkata resident, a Bengal resident is watching, do you recognize any of them? They were involved allegedly in vandalism and arson, as some of the visuals have come in. Kolkata police themselves have shared some of these visuals. There were a lot of mobile footage by the people on the ground who were part of this protest, because a lot of protesters, especially women, are claiming we went there in solidarity. But what unfolded was not a part of our protest and our solidarity gathering. Meanwhile, Mamata Banerjee, and this is huge, remember, she's the chief minister. There are, in protest right now that you see in Kolkata, sitting members of Legislative Assembly, there are members of Parliament of the TMC, there are ministers of the state government. They have all now decided to come on the dharna. But I want to understand, Indrajit, that one, tell us about the investigation, how that is going upon, because now it becomes a second layer investigation as well for the arson, and precisely the political showdown on it.
Well, that's right. As I've been, as we've been discussing, Pooja, the political showdown, of course, is very evident. It's been more than a week now since this incident has taken place. There is only one person who has been arrested directly involved in this heinous crime. And that was by the Calcutta police. The CBI has taken over the case, but we haven't seen any fresh arrests so far. So, there are a lot of unanswered questions. And also I would like to point this out, because it's such an emotive issue, as emotions are running high, people are very, very angry and outraged. Therefore, they're expressing themselves on social media, and quite understandably slow. There are a lot of conspiracy theories floating around. There are a lot of rumors that are floating around as well. And it is important and it is imperative for the investigating agencies to communicate that clearly. What has been a shortcoming as far as the Kolkata police is concerned, Pooja, is that the police has not diligently done press conferences. What they are doing today. Kolkata.
That's a very important point that you're making, Indrajit. Keep tracking the latest on the ground situation in Kolkata. But yes, and as we have more updates coming in from on the ground. A day after a mob ran riot at the RG Kar hospital in Kolkata, the chorus for justice is now getting louder. And it's not just Kolkata. Delhi to Chandigarh to also parts of Kerala. Doctors and medical professionals have hit the streets. It's a pan-India protest that are demanding justice. Because remember, this case, very much like Nirbhay, has found an immediate connect that years later, 12 years later, not much has changed. And when a doctor herself, in the safest space, a hospital, does not find the safety, and then even after her death, a justice protest turns into vandalism and arson, what precisely is happening? 20 arrests from the night of mayhem have been made. We are told names of the 3 of the accused have been released. The former RG Kar hospital principal, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, is also being questioned by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The probe agency will now submit a report to the Calcutta High Court on the hospital rampage. 4 doctors have also been questioned. This is very important. 4 doctors have also been questioned, because likely if they knew the doctor or they were present on duty on that night of the rape and murder. The Bengal CID has released a new video of the violent mob, meanwhile, on the night of the RG Kar hospital that was vandalized. It was a solidarity protest to reclaim the night, turned into full-on vandalism. Look at how the mob and the cops had a face-off before eventually the mob managed to storm inside the hospital. Even, we were told, managed to touch parts of very close to the crime scene. Junior Doctors Network of the IMA have called out now an indefinite strike. This is big. Remember, this is the Indian Medical Association, which means it connects hospitals across the country, so services will be affected. But the doctors say it is time for them also to come out on the streets. 9 demands have been tabled, including a fair probe, increase safety for women doctors, and implement a Central Protection Act for the doctors and medical staff.
For CBI, at this point of time, the entire videography is available with them. They can have a look at it. How the postmortem, if they want to have certain clarification, etc., the video is also available. So there is absolutely no issue as far as transparency is concerned. I don't know what more procedure could have brought in further transparency. I'm still not very sure. These are young boys, talented boys. I cannot arrest them just because he was present on duty at that particular place of duty. Somebody using surname as Mahapatra, connecting it to some political Mahapatra, and trying to mix these issues and spread rumors that just because they are very, very influential people, they are being protected. That is not true. We had no intent to protect anyone. We were just looking for an evidence.
The doctors, resident doctors out here, the junior doctors are wearing those black bands and protesting, raising those slogans, we want justice and we want CP, essentially meaning they are wanting Central Protection Act. Now this is, remember Sneha, a demand that has been there for nearly a decade now, around 2019 as well. I remember as to how the protest had intensified, demanding this CPA, but in Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital right now, which is one of the most prominent government healthcare facility in the national capital, the doctors, junior doctors, senior doctors, the nursing staff, the faculty members, all are protesting, and the messaging is pretty clear. You know, the protest will continue, the strike will continue. The Bengal government needs to respond to the questions that are being asked by the doctors of RG Kar Hospital who are on strike. Along with that, from the union government, there's a demand that is being made is that the Central Protection Act must be enforced by the central government, providing a complete, safety net to the healthcare workers who are on, who are working across the country.
Today is the fourth day that PGI doctors are taking it to the march from gate 1 of PGI Chandigarh to the another gate number 2, holding hand of each other and raising slogans for the CBI investigation and proper justice in the case. What are your demands right now? Because the CBI has already initiated the investigation.
हमारा डिमांड सिंपल सा है, एक फेयर इन्वेस्टिगेशन है. इंग्लिश. We want fair investigation by CBI as early as possible and want to hang the culprits as soon as possible. Our second demand is CPS, Central Protection Act, to secure the healthcare workers once and for all. These are
we have primarily two demands. First of all, that we want the justice to be served as early as possible, so that the victims as well as their family can be have some kind of a peace with them. That country had stand with them in the time of the need. And the second thing is that we want Central Protection Act to be presented or passed, or new session to be called for it, so that these kinds of events can be prevented in further, and the strict action can be taken against if any kind of this event happened against the healthcare workers.
They have several demands as the incident took place in Kolkata, and for that justice, they are on the road of Chandigarh and demanding justice for the doctors that fraternity has got together now. With video journalist Chandiram, this is Aman Bhardwaj for India Today, Chandigarh.
We're at the Thiruvananthapuram Medical College, where the doctors are taking out a protest march in solidarity with the incident, with the victim, as well as the doctors who are protesting in West Bengal and different parts of the country. In fact, these are doctors of the Thiruvananthapuram Medical College and also the Sri Chitra Tirunal Medical Institute and also the Regional Cancer Center. These are resident doctors, UG, PG and dental college students who are taking out this protest. Today, they've decided to boycott the OP duty as well as the elective operative theatre duty, and also they're going to sit on a protest throughout the day outside the OP ward is what they have decided. Yesterday, they had taken out a candlelight march here itself at the Thiruvananthapuram Medical College, the most prominent medical hospital in the city, where they said that this is not a doctor's issue but an issue faced by all the women in this country, having of implementing the Central Protection Act. That's been one of the main demands that the doctors here in Thiruvananthapuram are raising, to ensure that the doctors are safe while delivering their duty.
Several doctors, several medical staff and personnel who have gathered here, all of them demanding justice. That's what we're seeing here. Not only that, several, we're also going to go ahead to one of the medical doctors as well. We're going to ask them what their demands are as well. Madam, you've all been, protesting against the horrific rape case that took place in Kolkata. What are your demands?
We all know that a horrific incident took place in Kolkata where a fellow doctor was raped brutally and murdered too. And what we expect the least is for an expedite investigation onto who has caused this. But instead of that, there was a mob that erased most of the evidence. So we are protesting in support for our fellow doctors, so that there is CBI inquiry, there is investigation which is expedited, and also for the establishment of a CPA here, so that we have security and safety for doctors as well here.
A CBI inquiry has also been initiated as of today. In general, how is the safety measures that you feel? Is it enough for the doctors?
It's clearly not enough. If it would have been enough, there wouldn't have been such an incident. So there is clear lack of safety, for which we are protesting. We need safe doctors' rooms, we need CCTV cameras, we need more security personnel.
Doctors from AIIMS, Mangalgiri, doctors and medical staff, all of them have been protesting. And what they're demanding is not only that an adequate sense of safety be ensured for the medical personnel, those doctors who are going going ahead and doing their duty. They're saying the government and the institutions also step up and give them their rights and protect their duty as they're performing their jobs.
So clearly, like you saw, there have been these multiple protests across the country that have broken out, especially by the doctors and medical professionals, but citizens as well who have come out in support and solidarity. But there was a scathing indictment of the Mamata government and the state police by the Calcutta High Court, slamming the Bengal government for the chaos that unraveled yesterday at the hospital. This, remember, is despite the fact that an investigation is on and that hospital premises is still functional. The two-judge bench said, better to transfer the patients and shut down the hospital instead. Not just that. The court also questioned how did the state police not prepare themselves? How did they not have intelligence that there could be a gathering of thousands of people at the August 15 protest? The court is questioning why did the renovation work have to be done at the hospital close to the crime scene when clearly it should have been barricaded completely at that point.
The court on 14th directed the CBI to investigate, and state police was directed to hand over all the case diaries and other materials, whatever they have gathered. Now on the 14th itself, in the evening, the hospital authority started demolishing a particular wall, which is near the crime scene area. Now we once again express our apprehension that evidence is being destroyed at the instance of the state. On 15th, if there was a hooliganism by 30-40 people, while police was posted there, police has failed to prevent them. The hooliganism went on, and the walls of the hospital was vandalized, the emergency was vandalized, the ENT department was vandalized. So certainly the court has observed that state machinery has failed to maintain the law and order. In charge of the hospital has directed to file a report in regard to the present status of the hospital. So they will file a report. The matter is returnable on Wednesday. Let us see what report comes up, then we'll make our submission.
The investigation is on and the protests are on, with a hope that after Nirbhaya protests, if nothing changed, will something change this time as well, or will there be another incident very soon? I'm heading into a very short break, leaving you at least to know that citizens of this country are on the streets, extremely angry, disappointed. That looks like, despite all their efforts, not much is changing in the society.